Hello.
Good afternoon, Gail Williams.
It is afternoon,
I
isn't
know.
it?
Usually it's morning.
Yeah.
But we're on a rock and roll schedule.
It's actually nap time for Grammy.
Yeah. Well, between 10 and 4 in the middle of the day, you know.
That's right. 10 and 4. I just got that.
So,
this is what we're doing today. You wanna
Tell me what you got planned for me, Gramtastic.
Well, we get a lot of questions about what happens when you change beans.
Okay.
Any given bean from one bean to another bean. Typically what's going to happen is, unless they are very close in oil and fat content in that bean, you're going to have to change the grind to accommodate it.
Okay, now you might need to tweak a little bit even within the same blend, right? Because those blends kind of change, but it won't be as much as...
Right.
Okay.
If it's a local roaster, I mean, they could have a little more variation, even in the big boys.
Yeah, so why don't you tell me what your practical test method here is?
Well, this is pretty consistently, Lavazza Super Crema is pretty consistently a medium roast bean. There you go.
Okay.
We're going to try that. I dialed in the grinder. I've already done this because I did this for the customer service meeting this morning. I dialed into the grinder, so I got a nice shot out of the Via Venezia.
Okay.
And I didn't change anything. And I put in the Umbria dark roast, which, let me show you it.
This is the Arco Etrusco. Let's grab a little dude here.
Right next to him.
Now, technically, this is, sorry,
There you go.
a blend for drip coffee, but we wanted to find something that was much more darkly roasted.
Yeah. So,
And then
whether the taste is right or not.
I'm forcing Gail to do one more.
Force me.
And that's
Here,
the, is it the tough as
Tough as
nails?
nails, which is similar to the Umbria.
Yeah, from Middle Fork.
I think the Umbria is a little bit oilier. So we're going to take these three and see what happens.
Okay. That'll keep you up through nap time, Gail. Okay, so let's pause. You can get your shot ready, and we'll go from there.
We're going to time them with my expensive timer. All right, this is Lavazza.
The Super Crema.
Let's see what we get in a timing on this shot. And this is where I want to know what the timing, because that's going to make a difference for the time the next one too. Right there, 21. Okay?
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want to taste it, Gail?
Sure, what the hey. Good. And this is the non-pressurized portafilter we're using
On the Via Venezia.
On the Via Venezia.
Okay, so we're going to pause, and you're not going to change your grinder settings, right? You're going to throw the Cafe Umbrio Arca Etrusco, and we'll see how that varies.
What happens
varies.
to the timing? So this was 21. Remember that?
Well,
it's at 22 now, but it's
it was
always
just right at 21
Yeah.
and not 0.9 or something. Okay.
Like the multitasking thing, I can't do that. Can't turn it off and hit that too. Umbria, and I noticed right off it looks clumpier.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's see how it goes. Ready?
Yes. Ready? Okay.
Go for it. All right. There we go.
And don't want to come out, Grammy.
Yep. So.
All right, so it just shows so first up, right, our feedback is you're going to need to go coarser
Much
if you
coarser on
switch
this
from
one. We're
a
at 22.
medium roast to a darker roast that kind of has more oil to it.
Drip. A little tart. Here, come on, taste it. Come on, taste it. That's all we got, see?
Yeah.
So, there you go.
And that's at 23 seconds so far. Okay.
Stand back. She's about to blow, Captain. Okay.
I can't help it, Captain.
Okay, let's try the
I'm
toughest
just
nails.
a doctor. All right, so that's the tough as nails. How did it feel in comparison to the other one?
About the same as the...
As the Cafe Umbria?
Yeah, Cafe Umbria. Yep. Yuppers.
No, people watching this, you didn't just get mail, that was Gail.
Yeah, right.
And people say that. I was watching and I thought I got mail.
Yeah, my telephone got some mail.
Oh, this is coming out a little faster than
well,
the
it doesn't look quite as oily.
Yeah.
So
It's still working hard for it, though.
Let's go to that 23 seconds.
It works hard for the coffee. So hard for the coffee. All right. A little bit more than the other one. So this guy, we'd make it coarse, but not quite as coarse as our other
I mean,
dude.
that's at 27 seconds or so. We went a little longer. We got a little more mojo out of it.
Okay, so what are our takeaways here, Grammy?
Oily beans, you have to move it up to a coarser grind.
Okay.
Now, this all changes as well when you've got a stale bean.
Okay.
If you've got, like you're using a medium roast bean and you have, at this particular setting, it's working great. But as the bag is open 3, 4, or 5 days, she's starting to get a little staler, you probably have to go a little finer.
Okay.
On the oily beans, the same situation. You're going to have to, right out of the gate, you're going to have to make it coarser than you would for the super or medium roast, any medium roast, super crema or whatever. And then as it gets older, you'll have to dial it down a little bit to a little bit finer.
So, so I think the roast makes a difference, but we also see this with Velton's Bonsai Blend, which is a medium roast. You know, in the store, we have some grinders with the bonsai in it versus some that have super crema. Usually have to grind the bonsai coarser than the super crema.
A little bit coarser.
Yeah.
It's a little bit oilier.
But not from the outside. It's like it's just a similar color. It's like the bean itself is a little bit fattier or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the blend of beans he uses.
It was very voluptuous, Gail. All right, so that's our story about grind changing.
And that's important to bear in mind. People go, well, you know, I'm not going to have to change my grind setting, am I? And I said, well, you're switching beans around?
Also, that's another reason why we can't tell you. If you buy the Vario, use setting 14. You know, we can't do that.
No, we can't do it. And people we get that all the time, too. What setting's going to... Oh, I see you have yours at 10.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, like our Rocky now on the floor, our Rocky Doserless on the floor is at a 10 for the Sylvia, but the one that we had before was at a 3.
I was going to say it's about a 3 or a 4.
And that's the same grinder. It's just different. Every model varies a little bit different, and the coffee varies.
They have personalities.
They do. All right. Thank you so much, Gail.
Yeah, you're welcome.